What's up, everybody? We are now live on the YouTube, coming to you sans Eric this week.
Oh, did you see they let you put the chat in like a little floating window now?
No, where do you see that?
Like whenever you go to the chat, at the bottom there's a little like icon to pop it out.
On YouTube, you mean?
No, on our StreamYard studio.
Ours. That little button? Open new window?
Yeah. I guess the barcode or the QR code lets you open it on your phone, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, that could be. Well, that would be actually very distracting, but...
Yeah. I guess maybe they could just kind of set it up off the side if you wanted like a separate screen for it or something.
Maybe if you didn't have two screens or something like that. Here, I'm going to scan it just to see what happens. Entering studio. Yeah, you just have like a little... Where's my webcam?
Yeah.
You just have like a little chat on your phone. It's kind of interesting. Okay, let me close that window. I'm fine with just having it off to the side. I also have the YouTube. I have you here and then YouTube over here with the... So there's two parallel versions of the chat. I have the one going on the left so I can actually respond to myself as myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let me get the Instagram live and we'll be good.
Oh, right. I forgot about the IG live. How do you do... Can you trigger that one separately?
I have to set it up manually every time.
Oh, how do you do it? You press the edit button and then go in from there?
Yeah, and then you add it.
Oh, okay.
But it requires like a... What's it called again? A key from Instagram.
Every time?
Every time. A new one. Like it creates like a whole unique key.
Like a two-factor key almost?
I guess it's like a, what do they call it? A stream key. So it's where I guess the whole thing gets streamed to for Instagram.
I remember back in the day when we were doing OBS as the streaming service, I would have to get a stream key every time to communicate with YouTube. But ever since we switched to whatever this is, StreamYard, it does it all automatically behind the scenes. So hopefully they automate the Instagram one at a certain point.
I'd hope so. I think it's just baked in with Instagram. It's one of their, like, to limit people going live, I guess. I don't know. I always hear about that, and I'm like, that seems like a dumb idea, because they're all about just keeping people on platform no matter what. Yeah,
I wonder if there's, like, a part of it that's somehow they can abuse the system, so they don't want people to be able to go live remotely with third-party services. They prefer you go live through the app, or at least verify every time through the app.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Should we hit it?
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
And that's why it's covered in plastic.
Oh, man.
Some X-rated content there.
I don't care how long it is.
Thoroughly excited.
Great for the pocketbook, bad for the environment.
Oh, I'm number 3!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
If I'm going to put money into this, it's going to be great. And I guarantee.
Don't forget to spend your Urkel bucks.
That was super easy.
Get it!
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Off the Cut Show. This is episode 214, and we're coming to you live on YouTube right now. And it's me doing the introduction because this week Eric is out of town. He's off on a selfish vacation. You know what he said before he left? He was like, I don't care about the listeners. Yeah, fuck off. I don't care about the listeners. I just want a little bit of time to myself.
Well.
Wait, you know who never takes time off?
Who?
Jonathan Katz-Moses over at kmtools.com. Because no matter
he's always working.
What time it is, you can always head over to kmtools.com and order the best woodworking tools that have ever graced this earth. That might be a little bit of hyperbole, but everything that is on Jonathan's store is very high quality stuff. It's all either stuff him and his team use in their own workshops, or it's stuff that they have meticulously designed themselves. Super cool stuff. You know, we love the bourbon blades here. We're using them as a slate for a while, but he's also partnered with a number of other creators to create, you know, kind of like high-end quality tools that are designed by the people who actually use them, which is
and can be afforded by the people that actually use them.
That too. I mean, it's. I wouldn't say Jonathan's stuff is the cheapest stuff in the world, but it is incredibly good value because it is all so high quality. It's all like buy it for life type stuff, right?
Best bang for your buck for sure.
That's right. And Jonathan, well, okay, so if you shop over at kmtools.com, you get to feel good about yourself because a portion of every single sale goes to support the Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund that puts tools in the hands of people who need them. And in addition to that, he gives us $50 to give away to one lucky patron every single month. So if you want to get automatically entered, head over to patreon.com/offthecutpodcast, sign up, and when we have our monthly drawing, you'll be entered into it automatically.
Next week.
And while we're on the subject of giveaways, our other podcast sponsor, WTB Woodworking, brought to you by the legend, the man himself, Bill Burkle, previous podcast guest. He's doing a huge giveaway. I don't know if this is being cleared with his legal team, but what we've been saying is that he's giving away a lifetime supply of router bits and really anything you can get over at bitsandbits. It's not bitsandbits.com, it's bitsbits.com, right?
Bits, yeah. Bitsbits.com for bits and bits.
Yes. That's a convoluted way of saying that he's giving away $1,000 over bits. So I don't know. You really go through that many router bits? I have 20 that I've had my entire life. You clean them, you take care of them. They're good, especially the ones over at Bits. They're great. They're super high quality.
Got them white sides.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think what else. Okay, so Bill also wants to tell you that he's got some new vendors lined up. He's got Trend Tool Technology, which is pretty cool. I guess they're more like industrial tools, I think. I'm actually not super familiar with Trend. I should spend a little bit of time over on his website. Check those out a little bit. But he's also got... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I'm not either. This is new to me.
There's too many tool companies, you know?
There's a lot of them, for sure.
It's crazy. It's a very competitive space. But coming up on Saturday, May 23rd, Bill is going to have Mafel Day in store. So you get to play with all the super high-end Mafel tools. Like, if you've ever seen them, they make this giant circular saw that's got like a 10 or a 12-inch blade on it. They have track saws. They have really cool, I don't know, what would you categorize their tools as? Is it they're for more aimed at timber framing, or what is it?
That's what I always thought. That's all I've seen them for. But I mean, I'm not going out of my way to look up Mafel, but I've seen them for timber framing, and they make that chainsaw thing that you can run along and cut logs and stuff like that. But who's the guy? Dusty Woodworks, I think. I see him use it a lot. Yeah.
Really?
Dusty
Lumber.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, super high quality stuff, cool tools. He's going to have a whole demo day set up. So head on over there, May 23rd, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in store. That's 390 Pike Road, unit number 2 in Huntingdon Valley, PA.
I got the email for this giveaway, and I gotta say, I thought it was spam at first. I thought this was surely a phishing scam. Somebody knows I'm into WTB, because this is really too good to be true. It is too good to be true. That's a hell of a giveaway.
You have until May 23rd to be entered, and go over to wtbwoodworking.com/giveaway to be entered. And in the little section that said, "How did you hear about this giveaway?" make sure you told them that we sent you.
Absolutely. He loves hearing that.
Yeah. He's told us on multiple occasions the Off the Cut listeners are the most loyal customers he has.
Yeah.
Maybe
and the handsomest.
There.
I think he said they were the handsomest too.
Sorry, say that again. You broke up for a second.
So he did say they're the handsomest too.
Oh, handsomest, smartest, best looking.
Yeah.
Best endowed.
Best skilled. Yeah.
Best skilled. Best woodworkers. Yeah. Well,
how's your week been going?
It's been going good. I've been torn in so many different directions lately.
I feel like that too. What's got you going all over the place?
I've been working on my course, obviously. So
Yeah.
lots of voiceover, lots of recording. I think I'm working on one module right now. I'm up to like 35 pages of voiceover, and I'm still not done. So it's I try and chip away at it. I write like 5 or 6 pages a day, record it, write another 5 or 6 pages, record it. It's a bit of a slog.
Wow.
It's definitely more work than I thought it was going to be like this course is going to be like making 3 YouTube videos. It's more like making 8 or 10 YouTube videos.
Launching a whole new channel.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. So it's been a lot of work. But interspersed with that, I've been picking away at it a little bit every day. But then I've also been trying to do like videos for the main channel or for the actual channel. So I've been working on it for like half the day and then kicking over to the other thing the other half of the day, and you lose a lot when you're switching gears constantly. So I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that going forward. I
always feel like I'm like you manual transmission, and if you first start using it and you go to switch gears, you get that grinding, like that you're grinding down your transmission. I feel that burning whenever I'm jumping between things. That pops into my head, that feeling of like burning the gears whenever I first learned to drive standard. And yeah, I get that familiar feeling for sure.
Yeah, I thought when I was like, going to be self-employed, I was like, well, whatever, you wake up in the morning, you can kind of do whatever you want to do, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's the dream of the YouTube channel. But it's like, there is something to be said for just like, sit your butt in the seat at 9 a.m. and work through until the end of the day on one task.
Yeah, it definitely requires some discipline.
Yeah. It's like, I really want to work on my next project right now. It's like, no, finish the thing you're on first, then you can move on to the thing you're excited about. I spend spend way too much time going back and forth, so I'm gonna change things up going forward.
Canadian dry. It's not just dry up there. It's Canadian dry still.
You don't have those down south?
Yeah, we got them down here. I'm surprised it's not just called dry, like where you're up in Canada. Shouldn't it just be dry?
No. It's a very patriotic.
It's a little redundant. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So you're talking about running multiple pages. Whenever you do a page of dialogue, what does that run you, like about 5 minutes a time, or a little more?
In terms of like how long it takes to do, or how long? Well, like
if you're writing out a bunch of dialogue and you've got like 5 pages of dialogue, do you already know, that's going to be about 25 minutes, so average about 5 minutes of actual like talking throughout.
I see. So yeah, for YouTube, I have it pretty well dialed in, but for the course, it's a little different because in a YouTube video, there's very little dead air. So I can be like, page of dialogue is like 2 minutes of video, give or take. Okay. Right? Whereas with the course, I might talk for like, I don't know, it might talk for like a minute, and then it'll be another additional like 45 seconds of just showing me going through the actions with like no commentary. Because I want to make sure that I show everything. So the math ends up being a little bit different when you're building the course.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. You don't have to be continuously talking. You can kind of take those little breaths and breaks and let things kind of sit.
Exactly. And like if I'm saying like, okay, you have to undo these 10 screws on the motherboard.
Yeah.
I want to show everybody like where the 10 screws are. So I'm going to show everything, but you don't need to say, and then I did this one, and then I did this one, and then I did this one. And then, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah. So
or show each one being unscrewed.
Exactly. I mean, it's show, don't tell, I guess, is kind of the rule sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Did I see you dropped a new video? Or was it your subscription model that shows? I got a notification earlier today that
interesting.
You had a new video. I don't know if I didn't look at it though.
I put out a short maybe a couple days ago. Would you get a notification
maybe that's
for
what it
short?
Was. Yeah, I guess perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not like stalker or anything. I'm not signed up to get notifications. So like I get them because I guess I actually go in and watch your videos, and so it just automatically sends me notifications whenever.
I don't know
weird.
How notifications really work on
I don't
YouTube.
Either.
As a user,
because I'm not set up for like I never do the like click the bell or anything like that, but I still get notified on things.
Yeah, I never do click the bell either, but you will still get notified. I guess if it's a channel you watch on a regular basis,
That must
But
be
then
it.
also as a content creator, I don't know how the notifications work because sometimes I'll get notifications for comments on my videos.
Yeah, but not every time.
But not every time. Definitely not every
Yeah.
time. It's and like
Right.
and it's sometimes when people respond to things I've said, I'll get a notification, but not always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
so
the worst for communication, like going back and forth, because after the
Oh.
initial one, you definitely don't get notified anymore.
Oh no, definitely not. So if anybody's ever sent me a message on a comment or something like that and expected me to get back to them, I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
not because I didn't know, but it's because I didn't get the notification, or not because I didn't want
YouTube's
to.
awful.
Yeah,
Their community system is awful.
it really is. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's just not worth the return on investment for them to put a little bit more time into building it out. But you'd think that it would. I don't know. It would be useful for some people. Like I've seen they've kind of started like playing around with the comments. They're now sorted into threads sometimes, I guess on big enough videos. Have you seen this?
I have not, no.
Okay.
I usually don't go through and read the comments, though.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, that's everybody uses the app in slightly different ways.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that they started categorizing. So if there's like, I don't know, and they use AI to kind of do it too, so it's like a little bit sloppy. But like, say it's a video about woodworking, there'll be like there'll be a category for people discussing the part of the video where you apply the finish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it like, oh, that's interesting.
So it contextually understands the video, and then it also contextually understands the comments and kind of sorts them based on time and what they're talking about.
Oh, so then is it dynamic? Like as you're watching the video, they kind of like put ones up to the top that are more relevant to where you're.
Yeah, have you not
watching?
seen? So if I guess again you're not looking at the comments, but if somebody includes a timestamp on their comment,
Oh yeah.
then it'll display at that time. Like you know, so if you say at 15 minutes this happens, when somebody's watching at 15 minutes, that comment will come up to the top of the pile.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is kind of
Okay.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I never go through and watch. I never read any comments on any videos.
Yeah.
I mean, my own, I'm thirsty for them. So if you want
yeah,
any
of
comments,
course,
I'm down for it. But other videos, I never really read them. I don't know. I can't imagine people are out there reading a bunch of them. But I guess if like the video doesn't satisfy, or if the community wants to engage a little bit. But then again, I'm not much of a commenter either. So
In general, yeah.
maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I don't understand them as well, because I myself don't go through. Do you go through and comment on videos a lot whenever you watch them?
I almost never comment on videos. I was thinking about that. I was like, maybe I should do that a little bit more. I don't know, just put some good vibes out there, you know? I always feel like whenever I do it, especially for like, you know, like if you see a cool video by like an up and coming or a smaller creator, I think it's a nice thing to be like, hey, this is like good job. Like you did really good here. But just in general, like, I don't know, being like a little bit more active and trying to like make friends on YouTube. You know? I feel like
Just be
that's
part
a
of
good thing to do.
build a community or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Just I don't know, be a little bit more social. It's social media after all, right?
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier to do on some platforms than others, though. As we
think so?
discussed. Oh yeah, like Instagram is much easier to be social on. Like going
Why
back
do
and
you
forth in the comment section and DMing and all that.
So
I think because YouTube lacks like DMs and stuff like that. First off,
YouTube
there's
does
no way to
lack
directly-
DMs. And that's weird. There's been a couple times where I've wanted to reach out to other creators, and there's no channel to do that. A lot of time, I'll go onto Instagram, find them on Instagram, and then message them there, which is kind of a roundabout way of doing it. But hey,
It really is.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't rolled that out. Now that you mention it,
I'm too. Like they had that. What was that? Google Plus for a while was their like social platform, and they were
like years ago,
talking
you mean?
about like 10 years ago or whatever, forever ago, and they were talking about rolling that in with YouTube as
I remember that.
in some way, and that made sense. But then it just kind of like disappeared.
You want to feel old?
Okay.
Google Plus launched June 28th, 2011. 15 years ago.
2011. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was closed down June 29th. It feels like it.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Following actually, you know what? Wow, it was around for longer than I thought. They closed it on April 2nd, 2019. So 8 years, more or less. Maybe a little bit less than that, but yeah, still a pretty good run.
Yeah.
I mean, not actually, because nobody used it, but
because it didn't really get used for much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you find yourself being more likely to like comment on Instagram? Will you read comments on Instagram more so than YouTube?
Like on short videos and stuff. Yeah, like I guess so, because like sometimes I'll see like there'll be like a video that comes across my feed, and I'll have an instant like kind of reaction of like, oh, I need to like a thought, and then I'll go into the comment section just to see if somebody else had that same thought. Like, I'm not alone, right? Yeah. And I'll scroll through and I'll find like that. Okay, I'm good. And if I don't find it right away, sometimes I'll leave it. Like I'll put my 2 cents in there if it feels appropriate.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'll read them. I think so more on Instagram for sure. And it is just much easier to like contact folks on Instagram. Like you said, you got the DMs and everything like that. And then even just going back and forth in the comments, like I feel like the notifications, unless you're in a lot of different conversations at once, the notifications are pretty easy to like keep straight and keep
for sure
on that conversation.
Yeah. Clearly, Meta has invested quite a bit of time into the inbox functionality of Instagram. Like it sorts and it, blocks spam and blah, blah, blah. It's interesting. Yeah, I wonder. I also feel like a lot of YouTube videos, it's easy to get lost in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I find YouTube videos are a little bit more feast or famine, in that you're less likely to see a smaller creator's video on YouTube, right? And then if you see a bigger creator's video, there might be 1,000 comments already. Whereas on Instagram, I feel like there's an opportunity there's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just who I was talking to and who I was, quote unquote, hanging out with on Instagram.
Oh.
But I found I found there was much more. I would get to a video before it had 1 million views and be able to like actually communicate with that person.
Oh yeah. It definitely feels like there's more of a community.
Yes.
On Instagram, like you can build a little bit more of a community, whereas like YouTube kind of feels like you're siloed off in your own little studio and you're just kind of putting your content, finished product, out into the world.
Yeah.
On whatever schedule you choose to put it out on, which I mean is kind of the point they're going for. But yeah, like as far as like building any kind of communication or community or anything, I know they have the community tab, but that doesn't come across my feed. I don't go looking for it. So
I don't know why they still have that feature. Like to be able to make text posts and static image posts and stuff like that. I don't think anytime I had a YouTube, representative or whatever for a little while, I was like, you should really use this feature more. It's like, you're kind of underutilizing it. I was like, anytime I put anything up there, I get like 3 comments and 4 likes. And it's like, okay, like
impressions are like 25 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just the juice was never worth the squeeze. So maybe there are creators out there who use it effectively, but I'm just not one of them.
I think there are a couple. Like we, as a family, we watch one guy that does like a live Disney trivia thing every week, and he does like a poll at the end of the episode for one of the categories in the next episode. Okay. And we'll go on and as a family, we'll vote on that. Okay. Which it gets, I'd say there's probably a good like 100 or so votes every week on that one.
And what's the creator's kind of like audience size, like a typical video they put out?
Probably like in the tens of thousands. They usually get views on.
Yeah. So it's not bad engagement as a percentage. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I have seen polls are probably the most effective community thing you can post.
Yeah, I think so. That's probably the only use of it I could see.
Yeah. I've seen there was early on, I think they fixed this now, but there was somebody figured out how to game the poll system, and they were posting just like, if you just posted a contentious question, like, who's going to win the basketball playoffs or something like that, and you got a lot of votes, it would often get you crazy impressions on your poll. Yeah.
Huh.
So
Yeah, I guess because they're not locked into your community or subscribers, they could go out there to anybody. Although I don't know how, like, what feed it's. I guess in the app, the mobile app, it's getting pushed into that.
A great question. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
This is definitely not on like the TV, which I think whenever I looked at my analytics, most of my views come from people watching on like a television, not
Really?
like mobile or desktop.
I've never dove into the analytics too much about like what different devices people are watching on. Would you let that inform how you make your videos?
Not really. I just found it interesting. Well, I guess a little bit because I did consider putting up whenever I build up a little bit more of a regular audience using QR codes like you guys have talked about and done.
Yes.
For links to different things within the video. But
I think anytime you want people to go off platform, the QR code is very
definitely
handy.
the way to go. Yeah.
Yeah, and I give Eric a lot of credit for teaching me that. I've never scanned a QR code in a video in my life.
No.
So I thought that the actual take rate on it would be pretty low, but it's significant. I think some of my QR codes have tens of thousands of scans.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I scan them every once in a while. Like if it's something that I'm interested in, I'll definitely I'll scan it and check it out.
Yeah.
Not scanning all of them. Definitely not scanning one on a video that I'm not familiar with the creator of.
Yeah, I wonder if, I guess it's a little risky to scan a QR code, right? Because it's just going to open up a random browser on your page.
Yeah.
So
But I guess if you have decent security, you should get at least a warning. Like anytime I open up like a more malicious or try and open up a more malicious website on like my phone, you get that warning that's like, hey, this site's unsecured or whatever, and you can click away from it.
Yeah.
But nah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, I almost never watch YouTube on my TV. I used to occasionally, but these days it's almost all phone for me. Yeah.
That's interesting. No, I'm a TV guy. I like watching on the TV.
Do you throw it up in the living room or in the shop when you're working?
Living room, usually, yeah. Like it's just like if, like in the mornings, whenever it's just me, like I'll come home after dropping off the kids at school.
Yeah.
And I'll have my coffee and I'll sit in the living room and watch a little YouTube. Or Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, I usually get up before everybody else and I have about a half hour or so. I'll sit there and watch some YouTube on the TV.
Okay. I like the privacy of watching on my phone. And it's not like I'm watching like anything explicit or crazy or it's usually just super nerdy stuff. And I'm like, there's no way the wife is going to enjoy this. So I'll just watch my video about, whatever gaming device or whatever on my phone. Yeah.
No, I get like anything long form, I can't watch on my phone because I get motion sick and like holding it kind of like can make me a little nauseous sometimes. Yeah. Especially like if I try and walk around watching something, I just can't do that.
I don't even know what percentage of it, like I'm truly physically watching. A lot of times I have the wireless headphones in and I'll be doing a workout or something like that while I kind of listen to the YouTube video. It's almost like a podcast.
See, I think I'm more visual because like if something's on that has video, I can't not watch it. And it's the worst with like subtitles, I find. Like if the video has subtitles, I'm just reading the subtitles, even listening to what they're saying, and I find it extremely distracting. So if I can turn them off, I do.
Yeah. I think there is something about the subtitles that kind of keeps you engaged though. Well, I mean, you see it all the time in short form content, right? It's like flashing on the screen, gives you a seizure a lot of the time.
This is true.
Yeah.
But, well, this is like I was trying to come up with a good segue, but I keeping the conversation going and jumping into a segue is very hard. But whenever you're working in the shop on a project and you put in the hours of effort measuring, cutting, and sanding, the last thing you want is for your project to come apart because the glue didn't hold. Man, I've been there before.
Have you ever actually had a glue joint fail on you?
Yeah, not with wood glue, but like with like different super glues and different construction adhesives and stuff like that. If they're not applied right or they're applied to the wrong surfaces, they'll fail.
It's heartbreaking to invest all that time into something and then just to have a chemical reaction fail on you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you didn't do it right, or it's an inferior product. But
Exactly.
That's why we keep Gorilla Glue on the bench, because Gorilla Glue has that nice tight bond, that strong hold that you're looking for. It dries clear, which is good. You want that. And it's non-foaming. Cleans up with water. Well, yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. It is a bond that is actually stronger than the wood itself.
I can attest to it drying clear, by the way, because I used it. I don't know if the Gorilla Glue people are going to like this.
Okay.
We'll see. I used it in an off-label way recently. So I had this project where I needed to seal something, but I needed the sealer to be as lightweight as possible. So I was thinking, should I use primer? Should I use a drywall sealer? I was talking with Google Gemini about it. And Gemini said, what you actually want to do is use PVA glue just thinned out with water. Because it'll seal the surface of the thing you're working on, but it's got nothing else in it. It's as minimal as possible. There's not like a bunch of extra binders or anything like that in it. So to seal the thing I was working on, I thinned out some Gorilla Glue with water and then rolled it onto my project.
Oh,
and it worked great. And so to get back to the point, when it dried, you could not tell it was there.
No, because once it's dry, it's just like it's hard and clear.
Exactly.
Can't beat it. Bonds of the wood, So this great glue, love it. Stronger than the wood itself, as I was saying. But it's also they didn't send they sent us the glues. They sent us some wood fillers, which is great. But it's giving. I haven't either. I haven't had. I don't use wood filler a lot, so it's going to be a while before I actually use the wood filler.
Over there.
But yeah, it just doesn't get used that much. But it is getting to that time of year. Things are warming up, and it's time to make sure that all those seals around your doors and windows are watertight. Did you know Gorilla Glue makes 100% silicone sealant, both clear and white?
I actually did not. A good silicone is worth its weight in gold, by the way. So I'm definitely going to pick up a tube of that.
Yeah, I wish they would have sent me that. I would have used that this weekend. It's that time,
Yeah.
Well, with that, if you need two things bonded together with the strength that only a Gorilla can provide, Gorilla Tough has a solution you can grab a hold of. Gorilla, tough enough for the pros, easy enough for everybody else. Order yours today at GorillaTough.com/offthecut-podcast. That's GorillaTough.com/offthecut. And I'm going to go ahead and just throw that up for anybody that wants to click on it. We got a QR code, connect you to it, make it easy.
Nice.
I'll leave that up for a minute for the live audience.
Speaking of QR codes, that's how you should have transitioned into this.
That's how I should have transitioned. You're right. I didn't think about it.
Okay, so I just looked up the Gorilla Glue silicone, by the way. So one tip I have for anybody, if you're working at home on a project, whether it's sealing your windows, whether you're in your bathtub, spend the extra money to get good silicone. If Gorilla Glue is $2 or $3 more than like the generic, store brand version, spend the extra money for it, because it's gonna last longer. It's gonna resist molding. It's gonna look better over time, and it's just well worth it. It's I've noticed
on you.
Cheap silicone is cheap. Good silicone is good, and it's worth it.
Good silicone.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, that's the
now
end.
what we talk about. Should we keep?
Yeah,
Should we keep shit talking Eric? Now he's gone.
We can. We got about half an hour. We can get some in, right?
Ooh, you know what else I've been working on? Speaking of being pulled in a bunch of different directions.
Yeah, what's up?
I finally got under my car and started doing a little tinkering. I started replacing some brake lines.
Brake lines? The whole line? Front to back or parts of it?
So the way my car is set up is there's an ABS hub at the front.
Yeah.
And then there's two lines that come off that, one for the left front tire, one for the right front tire. Then there's a third line that goes under the car all the way to the back and then tees and then goes to the two rear wheels.
Oh.
So that line is very complicated. There's like 5 or 6 junctions in it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to replace it with a single solid run that goes back with less junctions. Yeah.
My first truck, I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I loved it, but it had its problems. And one of the problems it had was I kept a bottle of brake fluid behind the front seat because it
Leaking
just
brake fluid.
leaked brake fluid all the time. Yeah, I would get somewhere and I'd feel my brakes getting spongy.
Yeah.
Pull over, pop the hood, pop that cap off, top it off, put the cap back on. But yeah, it was like a constant battle. I never went through and replaced any lines or anything. I just kind of like kept topping off that little brake line.
Brake lines are tough in that they come in like a roll. It's like a metal tube you get in a roll, and you have to flare and crimp the ends of it and make your connections, usually. But the way I'm doing it is I'm actually running like a flexible braided steel hose from the back, because you have to get like special tools in order to make the brake line connections. It's not something you really want to attempt as an amateur. Especially when the consequence of messing up is, you drive into a pole or off the side of the road or something like that.
Brakes just don't work anymore.
Yeah. But one thing that I realized about working on cars versus working in woodworking is like, working on cars is just so much more pain. Nothing works the way you want it to work. You know what I mean? Like, you can see the bolts, and you're like, okay, I need to undo that bolt, but it's covered in rust. So you can kind of like half get the tool on it. But then as soon as you go to apply any torque, it like slips out. It's just the job is easy theoretically. Like, you just have to undo a couple bolts and replace things. But it's always way harder than it needs to be.
Or you can move the wrench about this much.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens to me.
You just gotta like wiggle it back and forth.
Yes. Well, like an eighth of a turn at a time, right?
Yes. Yes. Or the head on your socket isn't long enough to reach where you need it to reach, so you got to like put in like 8 different extensions to get it down in there, and then it's just like all wobbly.
Exactly. Yeah, you have like these weird you have like 3 or 4 extensions stacked on top of each other. You have like one extension, then you have a wobble head, and then you have another extension, then you have the socket itself. And by the time you like go to turn it, it's just like there's so much play in the system, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I miss that though. I want to get like an old truck or something that I could work on one day. I think that'd be a fun little project for sure. So I'm a little envious that you've got this car that you're gonna be working on.
I think a truck would. I did go back and forth in my head about a truck versus a car as my project vehicle. I think a truck is nice because it's simple and it's easier to get under too. Which working under the little car, it's like there's probably about 3 inches of space between me and the underside of the car when I'm on the creeper, and that's with it on jack stands. Yeah. So.
And then it shifts a little bit, and you're like, "Oh dear God, please don't fall."
Oh man, the getting crushed underneath the thing is a real concern of mine. Yeah. Pro tip, by the way, put the tires under the car when you're working on it too. So if the car falls, at least the tires will stop it somewhat.
That's a good pro tip for sure.
Yeah. I've got her up on 4 jack stands right now. It's pretty solid, but it's I wouldn't want to. If somebody came and like pushed it really, really hard, I might be screwed.
No,
don't get any ideas, listeners.
That and claustrophobia just like they keep me from doing anything too tight or crazy. For sure. You do feel a little trapped when you're under there. I went and got one of those mechanic creepers though, which is very fun. Just being on like a little rolling bed going underneath, because I was crawling under before and it sucked. So the creeper's definitely an upgrade. I got one still from whenever I used to do my oil changes on my old truck, like right back when we first had kids. Yeah. So like forever ago, like 10, 15 years ago. And I have the little creeper bed to get underneath the truck and everything. Still have it, but I haven't used it in forever. So it's just kind of like it just keeps getting moved around. I don't have the heart to get rid of it, but at the same time, I don't use it for anything. So
yeah, keep it. Use every time you see it. Think of it as a reminder. It's like maybe I should get that project truck I've been thinking of.
Yeah, or maybe a Jeep. I don't know, a Jeep would be fun too.
Ooh, Jeep, yeah. What truck would you get if you were going to get a project truck?
Oh, I'd want to get something from probably something old, like probably from like the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, even just going like way older and getting something from, I don't know, like the 50s, one of those old like Dodges that's got like kind of the rolled, bubbly look to it. Mm-hmm. And then the bed, you can put like the wood slats for the bed on it and everything. I think that'd be really nice to do.
That'd be pretty cool. I don't know, something about I like. I don't know. I was coming around on like 80s trucks, just like hard squared off edges.
Yeah, those are nice too.
Yeah. It's funny how design goes in waves, right? Like we went from these super bubbly trucks to hard squared off edges, and now we kind of have like rounded hard edges.
Yeah.
Like a F-150 today has a very boxy look, but there's not like a hard crease anywhere on it, right?
No. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the 80s trucks. I have a thing right here. Let me pull it off my camera. I was feeling nostalgic and reminded of my dad's old truck, and I printed off the Ram hood ornament that came from it, and I was just like, I just love that. It just reminds me of his old truck, and I just love that old truck. He had like a late 80s Dodge. What was it called again? Not a Pathfinder, a Prospector, I believe is what it's called.
Ooh, okay,
yeah,
hold on. I gotta look
two-tone blue and gray. I love that truck.
Dodge Prospector. I never even heard of that. Oh, okay. So it's just like it's what maybe became the Ram.
Yeah, I think it was like it was a Ram, but I think it was like
a trim.
Yeah, it was the trim was called the Prospector, I believe.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Oh man, I love the headlights on that thing. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that just always reminds me of him, and I saw that, and I was just going through like one of those like Thingiverses or something like that, and it just came up, and I was like, oh, I got to print that because I have some silver filament. I'm gonna print one of those. So
we got to get back to hood ornaments, like leaping hood like I love the Jaguar Leaper. I mean, obviously the Rolls Royce Spirit of Ecstasy, but like when I was a kid, like the Mercedes, they had the big Mercedes thing up on the grill,
little thing sticking up. Yeah.
At some point we just got away from that. It's too bad. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I've ever seen a Dodge truck with the actual Dodge horns on the front of it.
Oh, with the Ram on the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was big. Like it's like this is actually printed a real size. It's. I remember it was big and it was heavy.
I'm trying to I can't even find a photo of Dodge with the Ram on the hood.
Oh, really? Well, let's see if I got one here.
No, all I can find is like horrible, like modern day interpretations of it, where people have like a current gen Dodge with the big hood ornament on it, which doesn't look right.
I've seen that where they like they print or make one and it replaces the little badge on the nose of the truck now.
Yes, yeah.
It's just a little weird. It's a little awkward.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. There's something like I like modifying cars, but there's a
bridge too far for sure.
Yeah, it's so easy to drift into tacky. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like the line between cool and tacky is razor thin, so I always try and like stay well back of it.
Yeah, that's hard to find a good photo of for sure.
Yeah, right? Okay, I'm not crazy.
I can find like the actual ornament like all day long.
Tons of the ornament itself, but none on the actual truck where it looks.
Or it's like a small photo. Like, well, it's small in the photo because it's like the whole truck, so it's small in the photo.
Is that why you're a Mopar guy? Is that why you drive a Dodge now? Because your dad had one?
I guess. Like my first truck was a Chevy, and then then I traded that in for a Dodge. But my grandpa always drove a Dodge too, so I think it's just kind of like growing up. Like that's all anybody drove was a Dodge or a Chevy. My dad actually had a Chevy later in his life. Like after that, he got a Chevy, whatever they are. Silverado, yeah, that's it. And
I do have a theory. Yeah. I have a theory that, like, you know, much like the baseball team you cheer for, or whatever, it's like you can inherit your parents' car preferences. I think
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went and visited my my uncle like last year, and I hadn't seen him in forever, and he's got like my dream garage with his car setup. He's got a Dodge Ram, like a newer Dodge Ram. He's got the Jeep Wrangler, and then he's got an Audi. So like that's like if I could load up my garage, that's exactly what I'd load it with. It was really interesting to see that because I had the same thought. I was like, this must be genetic because If I could pick my garage, this is what it would look like.
Like, yeah. That's I was just thinking about like dream garages and like fleets. And at a certain point though, like you have to choose. Do you want to have like a mechanic workshop or do you want to have a woodworking workshop or sort of like a, I don't know, like a car guy garage or a woodworking garage? I guess
yeah, because the two of them don't tend to mesh well.
No, the two cannot coexist, right? Yeah.
Or you can have two garages. I mean, that is also a possibility.
Well, if you're going to dream big, I guess why not, right?
A woodworking shop and a garage. There we go.
But you would need like a partition between them, right?
Oh, two separate buildings for sure.
Two separate buildings, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Or you could do like a 2-story barn situation and do your woodworking on the second floor and your car stuff down on the bottom.
That's not a bad way to set it up.
Yeah.
You couldn't
Of course,
have,
then you got to run all your lumber upstairs.
and you got to get your table saw up the stairs, which could be tricky.
Although Dream Garage, you just put it in a lift in the
elevator?
back. Yeah, a little freight elevator in the back or something.
I think Scott was telling me that he ended up meeting up. I think if Scott's listening to this right now, you can jump in and correct me and tell me if I'm wrong. But he went and met up with one of his viewers, and his viewer had a basement workshop and they had like some sort of elevator system to get materials down into the basement.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw somebody else, what's his name? He did, oh gosh, I'm blanking on it. Wesley Treat. I saw he did a video probably a year or so ago where he installed like a lift to get things into his loft area.
Okay.
It's like he built and installed this lift to get things up into his loft area, which I was like, it seemed really easy, really simple, but I don't have a second floor to get things up, so.
I saw somebody, it was a TikTok video that I saw. It was a home inspector going through a house, and this person had a small 1-floor elevator in their house. And the way they did it was using the hydraulics off a forklift.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they basically just had the forks, built a box in a shaft that would go up and down.
And just like back the forklift into a closet and just walled it off.
Pretty much. I think they probably like stripped away a lot of it, but yeah, that's more or less, right? And they just built essentially a room, like a wood frame room on the forks, and then it would just go up and down.
Huh.
I was like, you know what? Why not? I mean, it's a machine that's designed to go up and down all day, so you're probably pretty dang reliable, I would imagine.
Yeah. My grandparents on my dad's side, my paternal grandparents, they had an elevator in their house, like the farmhouse to go up and down, but it was like probably like 5 or 6 feet squared, like wide and deep.
Yes.
And then there was just like a little pole in the middle, and you turn the pole one way and the elevator would go up, and you turn it the other way and it would go down.
Were you mechanically moving up?
No, you just like
yourself?
the pole activated the switch, so whenever you rotated it one way it would go, and then you rotate it the other way and it would go the opposite direction.
Got it.
I've never seen that kind of elevator before, but it's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I would something. My very first apartment when I moved out of my parents' house, the building was like an old industrial building, and there was 2 elevators. There was one at the front, which was like a normal, people person elevator, but then next to my unit at the back of the building was a big freight elevator.
Oh.
And there's something so cool about an old freight elevator for some reason.
Yeah.
It was probably like 10 foot by 15 foot or something like that. Like big giant elevator shaft. It was very fun. And we found out later that if you lowered the elevator and then opened the gate, there was a ladder that went up to the roof there. So we would have fun roof parties in my early 20s. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. God, I missed that freight elevator. I moved my motorcycle on it. I was it was like downtown, and there was no parking spaces. I wanted to bring my motorcycle in for the winter time. So I loaded up onto the freight elevator, brought it up, and we managed to navigate it into our living room, me and my roommate.
Wow. That just took up like half your living room?
No, it was like an old industrial building. So it was like a loft with like concrete floors. And we actually had it was ugly. Like it was not pretty, but we had a big space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good time.
That's something that man, that would have been I would have loved to have had an apartment like that in my 20s. That's the time whenever you have an apartment like that, and yeah, you can just like do anything. That's awesome.
It was fantastic because the owners did not care about the building. The reason I had to stop living there was because they kicked everybody out because they were going to tear down the building and build some new condos. But the owners didn't care, so you could like when we moved in, they were like, yeah, you want to build walls, you want to knock walls down, like do whatever you want, like inside the scope of this thing. Had concrete floors, like very simple design, so it was like, yeah, we didn't worry about anything,
Blank slate.
Blank slate, exactly.
That's awesome. Man.
Filled it with a bunch of furniture we got off Craigslist and just lived our best lives.
No pallet furniture? You didn't make anything out of pallets?
We had one like wall was basically boards on cinder blocks. Like,
oh, okay.
So it'd be like cinder block board, cinder block, next layer, built up like that.
That's a classic for sure. That's a classic college dorm room situation.
Yeah, 100%. I think we had 2 TVs in the living room because we both moved out of our parents' place and we both brought TVs. So we're like, it'd be very funny if we had them right next to each other in the living room. And we had same setup. We had cinder blocks, piece of wood, 2 TVs.
Oh, nice. We found one of those big wooden spools that they put like electrical or whatever, whatever they spool in, big wooden spools. We found one on the side of the road in my first apartment, and we put it out on the patio, and it was like a nice little table out on the patio. And then we came across a road sign, like a big like interstate like shield, and we laid that on top of it, and it was like a nice little table. And then neighbor was a police officer. He was off duty. He walks by, and we're hanging out, and he goes, where'd you get that sign? And we're like, oh yeah, we just found it. And he's like, oh, it looks like one of those novelty signs. Well, if it's not, you should probably get rid of it before anybody notices. But if it's one of the novelty ones, you're probably okay. It disappeared the next day.
Yeah. Don't want anything incriminating hanging out. It is so funny, like what will pass as furniture if you're poor enough.
Oh yeah. Just any flat surface that is stable enough. That's all you need.
There's a hierarchy that goes, well, at least in my life, it went basically garbage, refuse, unused things we would use as furniture. Then started collecting some stuff from IKEA. I would chip away, like maybe a little bookcase here, maybe a lac coffee table over there. And then, I don't know, somewhere in like my mid-20s, early 30s, I started, making my own furniture and then actually just buying real furniture when I needed it.
Yeah. That's the best. The first time you buy like a real piece of furniture and you get it home, you're like, this thing fits. It's perfect. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. But that's, furniture's not cheap.
No.
And we just bought a new couch recently. It was like $3,000 or something like that. And it's like not a fancy couch. It's like just a couch.
Yeah. I think with the exception of our couches, like all the furniture we bought, we still have. Like all the non-IKEA, like throwaway, like cheapo furniture, but like all the like legit furniture that we've invested money in, we still have it. Like we still use it. And I think it still serves a purpose. You find a purpose for it because you invested money in it. Yeah. So it has to have life.
And that's the nice thing about making your own furniture too, is if you make it for like, you can always repurpose something, right? Like say if you build like a big solid slab dining room table, it's like even if you move into a new house and it doesn't fit, you could still cut that into bar, you could still cut it into kitchen island, you could still make it into a smaller table if you wanted to. So absolutely. Yeah.
Hack it up, do anything with it.
Exactly. I had a friend message me a couple weeks ago. He said, hey, I got this old solid. It was really nice. It was curly maple that his mom gave to him because she was downsizing, moving to a smaller place. So we cut it into 2 pieces, one of which he was going to use as a coffee table and one of which he was going to use as a desk.
Oh, curly maple. That's nice.
It was a really nice slab of wood, actually. Yeah. And it was something that his parents bought like 30, 40 years ago.
Oh, so it's that's good solid wood, like dry and
dude,
you can't get better than that.
It was 4/4, so it wasn't thick. and it was 40 years old, flat as the day is long. Oh, it was beautiful.
Wow.
I was really impressed with it. I was like, God, you can't. I don't know if I could have made anything that flat, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And with no structure or anything underneath it either.
No, oh, yeah, like dovetailed slats or anything, or
No,
C-channel,
like
nothing.
Just flat panel. Perfectly flat.
Good old-fashioned woodworking.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting close to about an hour here. We say we kick it over to the after show.
Yeah. You said you have a YouTube comment you want to address?
We did. We got a comment on YouTube that I think me and you we can tackle.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
All right. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Or it'll be short. I don't know.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you. I was going to say thank you for proving that we don't need Eric to make this podcast fun. I don't know if that's true, but we'll see.
Yeah, he'll be back next week. We'll compare notes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Peace. See y'all.
I want to give a huge shout out to our returning top tier patrons.
Corey Duvall at Woodcraft and Honey.
Josh at Sawdust Builds.
Joe Welsh at Delaware Valley Workshop.
Goblin Spanker.
You can't say that anymore. Bill Burkle, WTB Woodworking.
Dadu said, yeah, buddy.
Building Creative.
RJ Russ.
Bailey Thompson.
Charles Averso.
Damon Pattison.
Bingo bango, you're done.
Zach, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I follow you.
You should stop.
Woo-hoo. I don't have much in terms of titles.
Oh,
I got the one where they talk shop or the one where they go for a joyride.
The one where they ram it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I remember my dad he bought a Ram a little while ago, and it's probably like 5 or 6 years ago at this point, and went to the dealer to look at trucks, and they had a Dodge Ram with a big sticker on the rear glass that said, "If you can't dodge it, ram it." It's like, who would want that on their vehicle?
And then, like, if you get involved in a hit and run or something like that,
I know,
it's going to be
right?
really hard to, like, plead no innocence or whatever.
It's incriminating as all hell. All right, Joe likes the Ram It title, so we're going to go with it.
Go with Ram It. Ram it, damn it.
Ram it. All right, live stream. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see most of you guys over in the after show, so let's kill this and we'll head over there.